Hi everybody, Marco Carvalho here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's blog post, we're going to talk about how to get higher credit limit cards, whether it's both for personal and business, through a strategy I call strategic application placement. Now, we do this strategy with our UBF program, also known as Unsecured Business Finance Program. Now, it's important to realize that most people say, well, if I can get business credit cards or lines of credit on my own, why would I need to use a service like UBF? Well, in this particular blog post, we're going to kind of outline why it's essential to utilize a strategic application placement, that strategy, because as you know, every 2 years, your inquiries, your hard inquiries drop off your credit report. So anytime you apply for credit, you got to remember there's a window of opportunity that you have. Once you pass that window as far as the number of inquiries hitting on your credit, then the opportunity for credit diminishes until that inquiries drop off after 2 years. Now, for example, you can have really strong credit scores and still get declined credit because of excessive inquiries. We've had people with 740, 750 FICO scores apply for our unsecured business financing, and during pre-qualification they'd get declined because they had over 10 inquiries in the past 6 months, or one had 20 inquiries in the past 30 days. So even 4 or 5 inquiries in the past 6 months hurts your chances of getting approved for funding. So how do you avoid that? In the blog post we talk about different strategies. First of all is when you apply for credit, whether it's for personal credit cards or business credit cards, the mistake that most people make is they blindly apply. They don't know if they're going to get approved or not. They may get declined, and more importantly, they don't know how much they're going to get approved for. If you knew ahead of time that you would definitely get approved with this particular bank, you know you're going to get the very high credit limit, you know what the interest rates you're going to receive, the range of interest rates, you know which credit bureau they pull from, which credit bureau they report to. That would allow you to systematically apply for credit with banks where you can get the highest credit limits, the best rates, and the highest and the most favorable terms. So that's exactly what we do with strategic application placement. With our UBF program, we actually review your credit report absolutely free. We let you know how much funding you're pre-qualified for, so you know exactly how much credit lines you'll obtain. You'll know the type of rates, 0% APR for 6, 9, or 12 months across each of the accounts. And we're not talking about a lot of credit lines. We're talking about 3 to 4 is what you'll receive with this particular program. And more importantly is the size of the credit limits, and best of all is these are business credit building credit cards for the business. They only report to the business credit bureaus. So when you go and shop around for credit, you'll see the majority, almost all the credit cards in the marketplace for business report to your personal credit. So if you're carrying high debt for your business, you make a large purchase, all of that impacts your personal credit reports, which hurts your credit utilization, which may even hurt your scores. So let me kind of run a scenario by you. Let's say you obtain a Chase business credit card or even a Capital One credit card for your business. You go online and get a Spark Classic. Well, do you know that using that card reports to your personal credit, even though it's issued in your business's name? So let's say you purchased $5,000 worth of equipment, or $10,000, let's say. Well, that $10,000 debt now shows up on your personal credit, and let's say a month down the road you want to get a car loan, or you want to apply for a personal credit card. Well, that $10,000 debt is now showing up on your personal credit, which could impact your ability to get personal funding. So these are just some of the reasons why strategic application placement will not only limit the amount of inquiries you incur on your personal credit, protects your personal credit because none of the debt shows up on your personal credit, but also helps you build your company's business credit, and more importantly, you have access to the highest amount of credit you can obtain based on your current personal credit strength, whether it's your scores, your utilization, your length of credit history. We also break down in this particular blog post what are the things that allow you to qualify for the highest credit limits. One thing I want to touch on is the fact that the size of your personal credit card. So if you look at your personal credit report right now, and you dictate what's your highest credit limit you have on a personal credit card right now. Let's say the highest credit limit you have currently is $10,000. Well, most likely you're going to be able to qualify for 4 to 5 times that amount in business credit lines. So you're looking at about 50,000 or even 60,000 in credit lines. If your highest personal credit card is 20,000 currently, then you may be able to get 80,000 to even 100,000 in business credit lines for the business. So that's just kind of a don't take that. Don't take that at face value. That's just kind of an estimate. But also you got to look at history, your credit utilization. So if you're looking for a free review to see how much business credit lines you can obtain, absolutely free without even incurring a hard inquiry, just submit your personal credit report or recent credit report to funding@startbusinesscredit.com, your contact information. You'll receive a confirmation email from us, and within 24 to 48 hours, we'll have the review done with you, the funding range report, and we'll go over a free consultation to answer any questions you have regarding funding. So with that, now as far as real quick, the credit score ranges, you need to be in the 690 or higher FICO score range. Now that's not the only thing we look at, but that's the minimum. So you have to be in the 690 or higher FICO score range. Now, as far as obtaining your credit report, you can go to annualcreditreport.com, or you can also use creditchecktotal.com to get a PDF version of your report. We only need to see one report, not all three. So with that, enjoy today's blog post. If you have any other questions, feel free to submit your information at the bottom of this post, and we'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. With that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.